Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So now it's coming out that Kevin Durant, he might be reuniting with Stephen Curry. Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors might be reuniting soon. So Jimmy Butler, he might replace Kevin Durant in Phoenix, and Kevin Durant might be headed to the Bay Area. But I don't see how that would make sense because if you move Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler is not winning you a championship in the West. Nah. If we're talking about 4 or 5 years ago, that's a different story. But Jimmy Butler right now, he's much older. His numbers has declined a lot. And the whole point of getting Jimmy Butler was to pair with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and move Bradley Beal. That was the whole, that was the entire point of the situation. If you send Kevin Durant back to Golden State and you bring in Jimmy Butler, how is that going to work? He can't help you as far as winning. Not in the West. The West is loaded, man. All these young teams, it's loaded in the West. You are going to need a three-headed monster. Now that LeBron have Luka, the Luka trade got everybody shook. Obviously, Phoenix, they've been trying to move Bradley Beal for a minute, so that was already in the works. But now that Luka is in LA with LeBron, everybody's shook. I don't feel like Luka and LeBron, they're going to win a chip this season, no. But the fact of the matter is you put Luka with LeBron, a young core, everybody's, they're shaking. Everybody's in, panic mode. Now we got to make a move. Kevin Durant should have never left Golden State, man. Let's be honest. He should have never left that team. If he stayed, they would have already had what? His legacy would have been sealed. He would have had like at least 4 championships, maybe 3 finals MVP, maybe even 4. He could have made an argument of being top 5 if he stayed in Golden State. But because Draymond called him out his name and he's sensitive, he got all in his emotion, ran out of town, and he haven't been able to win since. Everywhere he went, it's been failure. He went to Brooklyn, failure. Now he's in Phoenix, failure. So he should have stayed, man. And also, the Warriors front office, they should have never traded Kevin Durant. If you had a choice, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, I would choose Kevin Durant. At least at that time, this is Kevin Durant in his prime, basically. They kept Draymond Green, sent Kevin Durant on his way. And even after that, the Warriors still won a championship, with Stephen Curry leading the charge. They still won a chip. And Kevin Durant haven't won anything. A lot of failed seasons, promises. He went to Phoenix, thought it was all good, created a super team. That didn't work out. So now, there's talks about him possibly reuniting with Golden State and Stephen Curry. And at this point in time, you might as well. The proof is in the pudding, man. This dude can't win on his own. He can't. He's going to need Stephen Curry. And even then, it's not guaranteed because they're older. The West is deeper. A lot of younger teams. So that is not even guaranteed. But at least he would have a better shot at winning if he returned to Golden State. And right now, from what's being said, trading Kevin Durant might be the only way for the Phoenix Suns to acquire Jimmy Butler. But that would also negate the whole point of, hey, we're trying to get Jimmy Butler to pair with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So if you move Kevin Durant, then what? Jimmy Butler is, at this current time, at this stage, Jimmy Butler is not better than Kevin Durant. As far as numbers, he's averaging, 17 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.1 steals. This season, his numbers haven't been impressive at all. His numbers have declined a lot. And it's only going to get worse, man. You're in the West, and he's getting older, so it's bad all across the board. You don't want to move Kevin Durant for Jimmy Butler. If you're trying to acquire Jimmy Butler, you're going to have to do something. Bradley Beal is not going to get off his no-trade clause. No, he's going to sit on that. So this whole thing is a mess. Because Luka got traded to LA, everybody now is in panic mode. They're trying to make moves. But on the positive side, the Suns, they could move Kevin Durant to the Warriors and get assets, basically. So if they're trying to build for the future, they could get back assets for Kevin Durant. That could work in their favor, basically. Get rid of KD, get back a few assets, maybe first-round draft picks, etc., whatever you could get, basically. The only way the Suns are going to be like serious title contenders is if they bring in Jimmy Butler to pair with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. That's the only way. At this current time, that is the only way. You have to create a three-headed monster, basically. Obviously, you're going to have to move Bradley Beal to do it, but that's the only way. And if Kevin Durant returned to Golden State, I could see Draymond Green being traded to the Suns because I don't see how that would work. They don't have the best of relationships, and you're not going to bring in Kevin Durant while Draymond Green is still there. I don't think that's going to work. So more than likely, they would move Draymond Green. He would end up in Phoenix, basically. That's the only way I could see that working. Unless they bury the hatchet, but it still wouldn't be the same. And this is why we have all been saying Kevin Durant should have stayed in Golden State. The 4 or 5 seasons he left trying to do his own thing, which I respect, he should have just sucked it up and stayed in Golden State, man. The man would have had at least 4 or 5 championships by now. No argument. At least 4 championships minimum with that team that they had. But he left, because his ego got bruised, his pride, obviously. And as a man, somebody called you out your name. I get it. But it sucks, man, because his legacy could have been way better. Stephen Curry, his legacy straight. He has 4 championships. 2 with Kevin Durant, 2 by himself leading the charge. So his legacy is set. But hey, man, at this point in time, he might as well just go back. The Suns aren't going anywhere. We have 3 seasons of that. They're not going anywhere. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, that should be enough to lead a team. Forget Bradley Beal. That don't even matter. Just having Devin Booker and Kevin Durant should be enough, but apparently it's not. But you know what, man? That Luka trade, that is still lingering, man. Like, that's crazy. But at this point in time, if you're Phoenix, you got to do what you got to do. The experiment of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, it haven't panned out. It just haven't worked, man. For whatever reason, it haven't worked. So you got to do something else. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.